Next up on my panel, I will grab, let me see.
Who are you going to get?
You know what?
Who are you going to get?
I'm going to talk to Miss Heather Michelle Hickman, because this girl has a story. I remember when she came into DS Domination, she started, I'm going to tell a little bit of your story, honey. Let's get this straight. She was coming in as a veteran from the military, serving her country. She had very little money left. She took her last little bit of money and got started with DS Domination, doing it from a doggone smartphone. That's how she started. This girl was creating spreadsheets for everyone else to use to track their sales from her cell phone. And bless her heart, some people were asking her, can she tweak the form for them? And she was agreeing to do it, and I was getting mad the whole time. But anyway, Heather Hickman, this girl knows how to put it together. She knows how to make it happen. She is not a whiner. She is not a complainer. She sees the good in everybody. Lord knows she does. And she is willing to help. It doesn't matter. If you need her help, she is right there. So without further words, come on, Heather Hickman. Come on. Let's tell your story.
Okay, so yeah, I'm a service-disabled veteran of the United States Army, and spent the last 13 years actually fighting to get my disability, and it was $152. So that's all I was getting a month, $152. And another veteran came to me and said, look, I was just introduced to this. I want you to try it with me. I want to see what we can do with it. And like you said, I had $21 left in my account, and I said, you know what, I have nothing to lose. I can't go any further down. I only have one way to go. So I went for it, and I praise just everybody in Unit of Prosperity, because I couldn't have been any lower. I couldn't have had the least amount of tools and resources available, but because of so much inspiration, it didn't stop me. I found internet. I went to McDonald's. I went to Starbucks. I went to the local park. It didn't matter. Just any way to get on, I was going to do it. And I just got all my kids back into school, so my husband was like, look, it's time. You got to go back to work. We got to get out of this double wide or single wide 2-bedroom trailer with our 3 kids. We got to do something. And we're actually looking at buying a house within the next 90 days.
That's what I'm talking about, Heather. That's right.
That tells you anything. It's given us that opportunity. You know, I'm literally going from $152 a month to nearly $100 a day.
Yep.
And
yeah, girl. That's what's up. Yeah.
And I tell everybody on my team, I tell them the same thing. Look, you know, those that come to me about it, I'm like, look, I'm not going to bring it to you. You see what I'm doing. If you want to know about it, you come to me, and I will show you. I'll walk you through your first sale. Yes. I'll post it with you, but I'm not going to do it for you. And I'm not trying to just like explode a team. I'm a big sister of 10. And I'm a mom of 3, so I'm used to holding hands. I'm used to helping them, and that's all this whole group is about. I mean, nobody's holding hands, but guess what? If you feel like you're fixing to fall back, there's always somebody right there catching you. Right. Always somebody telling you, take a breath. Look, you can do this. Take a step back. Get back in it. And I didn't have this much inspiration in the military. I left the military. That was going to be my career, but unfortunately, disability stopped that. But I love every minute of it. I literally went from $20 days to, well, my last 6 days I've had $600 days.
Oh so, my goodness. How much? Oh, wait a minute, Heather. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. I think you got me beat now. Did you say? Okay, first of all, let me just say that the income disclaimer, because we're gonna have to put this at $600 a day. Your results here in DS Domination and Unit of Prosperity are not guaranteed. We have no idea what your work ethics are. We don't know what you plan to do or if you're serious, but we sure are. So any income that you hear about is not guaranteed. So, excuse me, I beg your pardon, $600 days? What in the world?
Well, one of the biggest things that I tell everybody is, look, you have to make the training. They are giving you everything, every tool that you need. And the training that I received literally 7 days ago has turned my month of May around to literally May 1st, I had a $600 day. May 2nd,
Wow.
$600. And that's one of my biggest things is this isn't just something that you jump into and you're on your own. Every single week you're given the tools, you're given the resources, you're given more tips, you're given, you know, it's amazing. I have 3 bachelor degrees and never made that much money.
Wow.
Jesus. Now, all of that education tells you the one thing that I can say is being teachable in this business makes a humongous difference. It really, really does. And your willingness to go after it is another thing. So I can almost assure you that $600 in 1 week has really changed your life. And happy Cinco de Mayo, except you have seis, not cinco. So you're really on a roll here. But how has DS Domination, because I know that you had some medical challenges with your children. I know, how did it feel for you when you could just be there and not have to even wake up for the military? I mean, because the military, they have demands on you too. Whether you have a family, they tell you if they wanted you to have a family, they would have issued you one. So that's pretty much what they say. Right?
Yeah. Well, here in Bakersfield, unfortunately, our air quality is not the best. And my middle daughter has severe bronchial asthma. So usually at least once a week, she's coming home. And to be able to just drop what I'm doing, walk away, take care of my children, and not ask, I need a couple of hours. And literally, I couldn't find a full-time job because my children have appointments every week. I have 3 children. And one has a severe nasal speech impediment, so she has speech therapy weekly. One has severe bronchial asthma, and she goes in weekly for allergy shots. You know, and not having to request the time off, miss the pay because you're requesting the time off. I mean, even worse, I was sitting in the hospital with my daughter, and we got called back into the ER, and my phone should change. And the doctors are looking at me like, what's this noise coming from your phone? I'm like, I'm sorry, I just got my paycheck, you know, I'm sorry about that. I'm like, okay, you get a noise when your paycheck deposits? I'm like, yeah, pretty much.
That's right. Yeah. Well, that is really good. I mean, you really have my heart so much, Heather, and I just really wanted you to have a chance to speak it because you have a compelling story, to say the least, and I know that we'll hear so much more from you in the future because there's just so much more to you, and I just appreciate you. The UOP appreciates you. Amen. Thank you so much, all of you so far, for joining us on the panel.
Thank you for watching. For more information, go to the About tab and visit my website. You'll see it right there in the description. It's partnerwithyvonne.com. Again, www.partnerwithyvonne.com.